1 second, guys. Oh my goodness. Should I leave that in the car? No, I'll probably put it on the bed. There you go. All right. Choo, 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 choo. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Euphoria. Tapping in. As you guys can see, the sun's back out, thank goodness. The things we must do in order to keep the sun out. My gosh. Whew. I'm just happy that the sun is out and it's shining and I get sunlight on my skin. I'm grateful. All glory be to the Most High. Okay? Because without sunlight, there's no life. And, you know, that snow that keep coming in last minute, I'm not dealing with that. I don't care if it is wintertime. We don't have to have wintertime. Okay? Snow and coldness and freezing is a form or a source of meaning, or rather a sign of being lifeless. Okay? Now, I did hear somebody argue that they found an underground city in Antarctica. Beautiful discovery. I'd love to go there. Under the ice where it's warm, close to the center of the earth. Not at the top where it's freezing. Oh, hold on. Let me go get my charger from my phone and I'll be right back. Oh, it's right here. Look at God. All right. Nope. Bottom plug. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, yeah. Where was I at with this? I'm excited to say that I made a discovery yesterday. I was doing hair, and it was fun. You know, well, no, I'm lying. It wasn't fun doing hair. It was fun just watching a football game, though, for the first time and being more active in the football game. I watched the Patriots versus the Texans. Woohoo, Patriots won. Shout out to Stephon Diggs for that really, really great catch. Awesome sauce. And that's actually relative to what I want to talk about today. I know Cardi was probably in the crowd like, that's my baby father, like, irregardless of all the stuff that's going on right now, you know? And I always wondered, do people while on our spiritual journeys have issues with cheering for our ex-spouse, child's other parent, or significant other in the face of y'all being separated, something happening, and they've moved on, but things are going good in their life? And how it can be beneficial to be supportive of a person who is moving forward in their life, who is related to your child, versus being unsupportive, right? And that goes back into our conversation about divine unions. Let's go ahead and read something. It says, Queen, sacred women, sisters, when you have an itch, don't scratch it by finding just any man to go to bed with. The soul of a woman cries out every time she gets screwed, as opposed to loved. His job, beautiful car, and being fine are not enough for you to give him even just a little. It won't do. Be patient and trust, for the right man for you is on the way. Keep the faith and look ahead. Stay in tune. Remember your divine self. Place your consciousness within the royal court of Ma'at, the place of righteousness. Transfer your sexual energy to creative activity. Take dance classes, learn to play an instrument, take voice lessons, write poetry, fast, and pray. Prepare yourself for your divine mate. I say all that to say, with me being in this space now of I don't want to say that. Okay, my son's 13 years old. Let's get on that. His father has been around for most of his life, but in and out of jail since he was born. Actually, since he was born. 9 months. Yeah. I think he went in my son was 5 weeks when he went in, and he was there for 9 months. This is not to bash him. This is just giving like a perspective, you know? This is my life. So being that that's what was going on and that's what transpired, it was eye-opening for me, because no matter what he did, I still had to push forward and be successful for my son, right? So in the interim of him doing that, I still ended up having hair school that I was involved in because I was pregnant in hair school, right? I was pregnant with my son. I actually was in college when I got pregnant. And I left college because I was having issues with like bleeding, like preeclampsia possibilities, things like that. So with that bleeding and all that scare, I ended up dropping out of college. Not because I was a college dropout, but because I was scared for my health, right? And I didn't have a car on campus, so I couldn't just drive to the hospital. I had to call the ambulance, and then my RA was in my business. The whole school's like, "Oh, who's getting taken to the hospital in the ambulance?" It was really embarrassing at the age of, especially when I was still pregnant with him. I was 17 at the time, so it was really embarrassing for the whole school to be like, "Why is she in the ambulance? Oh, she pregnant. Who's she probably pregnant by somebody on campus? That boy she been hanging out with." Like all that stuff was going on. So I was like, "Let me just go home." And as soon as I got back home, I immediately signed up for hair school because I was doing hair the summer before I went to college, and I was doing hair while I was in college. Like I literally was able to do my laundry and be able to be driven around college because of the fact that I was doing someone's hair, which is why people probably thought that I was pregnant by that guy. He even was nice enough to take me to the stores to go get a pregnancy test. I think he might have even paid for it, if I'm not mistaken. So me doing hair has been something that's really been like monumentally like pushing me forward in life. How's Rue going? How's Rue doing? Oh, I hope fine. I don't know who Rue is, but okay. Oh, how are you doing? I'm good. So, with all that being said, being able to move through doing hair and having a good, I guess, perspective on doing hair and being able to keep doing something that's positive for me and something that keeps me motivated and keeps me agile in my space was always something great. So when I got back home from school, like I said, I immediately went into hair school and I was there pregnant the whole entire time. They even told me at one time to go on bed rest, and I was like, I can't go on bed rest. I'm sorry. If I go on bed rest, then I'm not going to be able to, finish school. And I think I was in school up until probably maybe 2 weeks before I had my son. They had told me to go on bed rest before then, but I wasn't doing it. The week that I finally left school and went on my leave of absence, right after that, I was hanging out with my son's father. I ran full speed while pregnant. That might have been the thing that sent me into early labor. That might have been what induced the labor. Because after I ran, y'all, the way that I couldn't even walk because my uterus was screaming for the heels. And have in mind, I'm 18 now because I think I turned 18 when I was about 1 or 2 months pregnant. Yeah, I got pregnant in October on my grandmother's birthday. So I ran full force. Aren't you pretending to be from the TV show Euphoria, This Life? You're pretending to have sound so cool. No, this is really my life. So after I finished running, what's up, Black Dot? Grand Risings to you too. So after that, I'm walking out of my son's father's house. Like I'm thinking I'm going to go into labor that day, but I think probably about a week or two later, I was in a bathroom because I lived with my father at the time, and my mucus plug fell out. And I was like, oh my God, what does this mean? And I'm like getting scared. And they're like, yeah, that usually means you're about to go into labor. So my son's father, his cousin comes and picks us up. Well, picks him up first and picks me up. And we drive to the hospital. We sit there. And I have like one contraction as soon as we about to leave. Boy. So I don't know if it's because he was like nervous or whatever he was holding, but as soon as we about to leave, that one contraction happened. So the next day I called my mom. I'm like, they keep coming here and there, but I don't know what's going on. What should I do? She said, you can either walk around the block or you could let them break your back. Which one you going to do? Of course, I took the easy route and got my back broke. And he went to sleep. And I think right after that, I think my contractions started coming every 2 minutes. Right? So then my beautiful baby boy was born on 6/6/12, June 6, 2012. And I think my labor was probably only like 8 hours long, if that, right? So with all that being said, fast forward into the current times, here we are today in the conversation. When people forget to be in alignment with the fact that you have a kid with somebody, that means that you stay in alignment with that person and you try to keep supporting them as much as you possibly can. You don't do everything in your possibility to break that person down or make them look stupid, right? So when I was in that space of trying to make sure that I was, continuing to goal smash, like I said, I went straight into hair school. Right back as soon as I finished, as soon as I had him, I went back into hair school. Also, when he was 2 months old, I ended up getting my first job. I got 2 jobs in the same day. Like I think I was doing my orientation for one job, and then the other one called me and was like, okay, you got the job today. I'm like, oh, all right, bet. So literally, I was like a super mom from the time it began. So I worked at Express in Bethesda at Montgomery Mall, which was like, I think about 4 miles from my house. And what's up, baby? I'm happy to have you guys here. And then I was also working at Wheaton Mall. So working at them 2 locations, it was cool. But you got to understand the bus ride that I had to get on in order to get to work, right? So again, pushing forward. You should always, as a significant other, make it your business, even if you aren't in a relationship, to support the person that you have a kid with. Any man that is willing to tear down the woman that he has a kid with is a dangerous man. Any woman willing to tear down the man she has a kid with is a dangerous woman. And I believe that's another lesson I'm learning in this particular chapter of my life. Have y'all mind if I'm looking at my hair like it's weird? I just I washed and retwisted my hair last night. So I just have 2 strand twists in my roots right now until I decide whether I'm going to do bantu knots or not. So that's why it looks a little short and crazy, because I just washed it last night, but I did do a retwist. So that's what's going on with Euphoria's crown at the time, you know, fresh retwist. So with that being said, like this says, Queen, Sacred Woman Sisters, when you have an itch, don't scratch about finding any dude. My last relationship looks like I might have potentially been the fool to actually participate in something like that, right? And even with me thinking that it was something that was just illegitimate and random, it was for me to help teach them a lesson, right? Because yesterday I was on the phone with them and they kept saying things like, oh, F my baby mama, F the kid, I don't really care about that. I'm like, how could you even want to be in that kind of spirit? Like, I don't see how you could want to feel like that towards someone that you have kids with. I think that's some of the most disgusting behavior I've ever seen in my life. Like, why would you... Like, I don't understand why you would do that. But neither here nor there. So I made it my business to, you know, still tell them the truth. Like, you know, hey, if that's the truth, you know, you're not going to get past this chapter in life unless you heal that. And he said, yes, I am. Yes, I am. All I got to do is put my mind to it. I'm going to do it. I'm like, you're not realizing what the lesson is. See, my last lesson in life before I ended up homeless was my mom. She had me in her home, right? She let me come back home after I left my apartment for whatever reason. We're not going to keep explaining that story. I'm tired of that story. But I came back to her house, and the reason it was uncomfortable in her house is because I was never supposed to get comfortable in her house, which is why after about 6 months to almost a year, I ended up homeless. I was never supposed to be comfortable in my mom's house again, right? I'm supposed to, as a grown woman, find what makes me feel like a grown woman, and that would be stepping into my own home, my own bag, my own comfort bubble, or rather stepping into discomfort to become comfortable again. And I was trying to explain it to him. I'm like, I met you while I was homeless to show you what you might be going through soon if you really do feel uncomfortable in your family home, because you complain about how uncomfortable you feel there, but are you doing the work, right? And then we ended up in a conversation of, oh, I can't stand this person, I can't stand that person. I'm like, but you don't understand that you supposed to be manning up to either be that role figure in that lifestyle with that girl, help her get her body back together, keep her mind together. The baby's only 2. The baby's only 2. She still got probably post what is that shit called? The stress, the trauma, the depression. What's that stuff called? I don't know. I ain't go through it, but that stuff. She could be still dealing with that. And you're not giving that woman enough space to really heal. So she out here maybe drinking, doing other things, working. But luckily, when he dated me, she was able to stop focusing on him, and she got herself a car. So obviously something about me keeping him company and trying to work on him helped her elevate, right? And that's why I'm really here for the women, because even in that relationship, the whole entire time I was asking him, like, why don't you just get back with her? Postpartum depression, thank you. Like, why don't you just work on you and get back with her? Like, I was even driving him to her house to give teddy bears, all that. Like, I'm not a spiritual thief. I don't steal from nobody, you know. But when I start feeling people stealing from me, I get a little worried, because I'm like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? Like, hey, 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 back that ass up real quick, because we not doing that. Don't come over here stealing from me. I don't steal from you. Do not steal from me. We have no issues. We have no drama. We have no beef. I don't steal. All I'm asking is for you to do the right thing and get back with what you're supposed to get back with. Okay? If you running up a bag and you getting to higher heights, how you going to talk down on the person that you have a kid with? It doesn't make sense. And even in that space, I'm looking at a reflection mirror, like, you know, okay, well, so when I get mad at my son's dad, I don't have to point out the fact that he keeps going to jail, but that's a part of my life. That's really what happened, right? But I don't look at his jail sentencing as a bad thing. I look at it as like my lesson to learn through my life, because my father was in prison when I was born. And it was a lesson for me to learn within my own bloodline how to heal that trauma of dealing with the man being in the system. And even with him living next to the KKK, you know, just dealing with men being in the system. Seeing how no matter what window you looking through, what glass you looking through, excuse me, hold on, you still have somebody who's in the system. Whether they're in a secret society, whether they're at a job, whether they're in law enforcement, they're in the system somehow. So how do you deal with it as a Black woman? How do you become a revolutionary? How do you become, on, of course, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, how do you become the next Coretta Scott King and support your man who's pretty much going against the grain, but still having to be inside of the brain of the grain? And the most powerful thing that I've learned in that at this time is to simply hold someone down through thick and thin. But then when it becomes a point where, okay, too much disrespect, like at some point you got to step back and let the person know, like, okay, I've been trying to do the right thing, but like the disrespect is too much. Like, when are you going to realize that the same way you disrespected me, you can be disrespected no matter who you are? That's foul. That's foul play. You planning to sacrifice me for freedom, and planning to embarrass me in front of other people, and planning to do this and conspiring with other people behind the scenes, like, okay, y'all talk to this person and make it seem like this, but we really gonna be doing this behind the scenes. Like, all of that stuff was like, Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King wasn't doing that. Beyonce and Jay-Z wasn't doing that. A$AP Rocky and Rihanna not doing that. Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats not doing that. Well, I can't speak about Oprah and Stedman. They wasn't doing that at one point. But you know what I'm saying? Like, all of the power couples that we look up to, even Malcolm X and his wife, they weren't snaking each other out behind the scenes. They were making sure that, hey, what sacrifices do you need me to make? And let's be clear about it. Who's supporting us? Who's the team? Okay. And when you with my friends, they not allowed to embarrass you. Right? And this goes back to what the original conversation was. If you are in a relationship with somebody and then you end up with somebody else, but you had a kid from the previous relationship, do you support the person who you were in a relationship with before, even though you're in a new relationship? And the answer to me is yes. How do you just not support a relationship just because you're not there anymore? Your kid's still there. Your kid's still in that house. You still have to help keep the wooden beams together for the house, especially if you know the woman's single. Now, if the woman has moved on to another man, of course, the man has to pay the bills, like, you know, light, water, rent, you know, car notes and insurance. She shouldn't be asking you for that kind of money for that kind of stuff. But as far as your kid having clothes, food, you know, helping out with the things that your child needs, of course. Well, he chose, that's the 2-for-1 package. So yeah, that doesn't take away the responsibility that you should be doing at least half. So whatever the expenses for your kid monthly for food, clothes, shoes, school activities, split that in half. That should be what you paying every month in child support, at least. That doesn't even include health insurance that might be coming through her employer. That doesn't include dentist visits, because dentists ain't always included in Medicaid, okay? And even if she does get state insurance and state benefits, there's still sometimes co-pays and stuff like that. Kids need to get toothpaste, toiletries, toilet paper. So whatever your monthly expenses for your child is, you should split that in half and want to give that to her. So whatever as a man, you should ask her, what are you spending on the baby every month? Show me in receipts like average number between the last 3 months. What's the average number? Because some months it could be high because of Christmas or birthday or something. But through the last 3 months, what have you been spending on the baby? Add that up and give me the average. Split that in half. You should be paying that every single month in child support, if not more, just because you're trying to help this woman raise your kid. You're giving the child an experience. So to not want to give that child an experience or be selfish with that child is ridiculous. Like I don't see how, even me now looking back on that, like the person that I was dating, I'm like, when he said that to me yesterday, I just got really turned off. Like, ew. What do you mean, fuck her? What do you mean? I said, well, what about the baby? Well, fuck the baby too. What? Now, he could be just saying it just to put a bad taste in my mouth and just get me to think something. But it's like, I just felt like, and this is not to downplay the person, I just feel like me as a person, but through my actions will show that person why you shouldn't do that. Because even when he's in my house, he got his own father. He got his own father. So the same way you felt like, okay, I should be spiritually responsible for making sure your son can get up in the morning. He eats his food and he get fed well in the morning. And, however you spiritually feed people, right? The same way you feel like you shouldn't be responsible for him in that matter is the same way where, that's how people feel about you with your baby. But if you want to come mess with me, and you see how it is when a man can't support his son or can't do for his son. Imagine how that looks for you financially, emotionally, spiritually, and emotionally. And maybe he did see it. And maybe it was something that helped him heal amongst his journey. And I hope that it was. I don't hope that anything that I say in my existence can tarnish or deplete or tear down a man. I hope that through the things that I say on my platform, it helps men and women understand their roles a little bit better when it comes to raising our children. When it comes to just being respectful to each other. Because once you've made a commitment of sharing bodily fluids with a person so deeply that y'all created life, y'all it's locked into the system forever. There's no such thing as separation. It's forever. As much as my father and my mother don't want to be around each other, they're locked in forever and ever. There's no, oh, that's your father. Like I was doing hair at my father's side of the family yesterday. But then it was my mother's side of the family, my great-grandmother's birthday. She turned 96. So respectful to the ancestors and people who have been here for centuries and decades and long before us. It is our responsibility to understand that they had to hold it together that long for them to even still be here, one, and then to also provide a platform for all of us to exist, grow, be nurtured, and have these individual personalities. So if they was able to do it back then during the 1930s, the 1920s, the 1915s, the 1890s, because my great-great-grandmother, I met her, she passed away at 100 when I was in 3rd grade. You understand? So I've been really tied into my ancestry long time. I understand what traditional lifestyle looks like. I have complete respect for traditional lifestyle. But for people around me, it's like, oh, she just mad because she ain't got no man. And yeah, you lucky enough to be around us. And I was like, what? Like, I don't really need to be. I try to be respectful. I don't want no problems with nobody. I don't want no issues with nobody. I just want to feel peace. I don't want to hear boom, blam, bop as soon as I wake up in the morning and you trying to get up in my spot and you want me to vibrate my coochie at 1,000,000 miles per hour because it makes you feel good. I don't care to do that. Like that. Well, that's how we cook in the morning. You need to get up and do your job. Well, let somebody in my family teach me how to do it. I don't want you to teach me how to do it because I don't trust you. I don't know what you might be trying to manipulate me or anything. Just like my kid. I can't trust that you teaching my kid the right thing. I'm going to teach my kid what I know. And if he wants to learn from you and he comes knocking on your door saying, hey, ma'am, can you teach me this? Hey, ma'am, can you give me this? Hey, ma'am, can I get a piece of this? But for you to just assume and try to overstep my boundary because you think you know better and you African, he African, and his daddy told you to do, his daddy not here. And he don't pay near not a bill in my house. But all due respect to the mutual beneficial relationship, of course, I trusted his father may know some things that I may not know. And I let it slide. Like when I went and left the house yesterday, my son's 13. Legally, you can leave your kids in the house by themselves at the age of 8. I left. But I could tell, because the football game was going on, my ears started ringing real bad. I said, oh, somebody fucking around in my son's energy. I can feel my son, whether I'm on the other side of the planet or not. So I came back home offended as hell. Because I'm like, I know y'all didn't just see my son in the house by himself and y'all was over here trying to reprimand and rule and condemn and put him in places and spaces that he don't belong in, that I didn't set up for him. I didn't set up the, if this is my son and this is his playpen, I set his playpen up a certain way. Because I want him to be raised a certain way. That doesn't give you gracious access to say, I want to do this for you and your son because that's what I feel. Like, if you want your son to be like that, I want my son to be like this. And we got to respect that about each other. But back to whether the parent should support that stuff or not, when it comes to me and his father, if we discuss and say, you know, I let him know, hey, we got these neighbors that do this, that, and the third, and woo, woo, woo. And he says, okay. Then we got these people that do this, that, and the third. And he says, okay. He grants access, that's different when I'm not there. But as soon as I come back home, it's back to mommy's time. It's back to my time. And what I choose is comfortable for my household. So I would prefer that you not keep knocking in spaces and places that I really don't want you in. Respectfully. But nonetheless, to the more fun side of these things, when we do have two supportive parents, you notice that children tend to be more pleasant. They tend to have a good personality. They're able to socialize. They're able to be outside. They're extroverted. They're involved in sports. They have a lot of energy. They're really agile. They're really great. Okay? But kids who don't have this kind of relationship between their parents tend to be closed off from the world, silent. I don't know if the boy that I saw that had locks live upstairs, but I kept falling asleep in my apartment. I couldn't understand why. And as soon as we left at my apartment, I seen the boy come downstairs. I'm like, what apartment he came from? I could tell that somebody set some shit up. I'm like, okay. But he just looked like he was staring at the ground. He just looked so closed off and so disheveled. He looked so depressed. He didn't look excited about life at all. That kid obviously got some parents that don't pay attention to him or block him off from simple nurturing and stuff. Like, they don't give him food in the morning. Spiritual food. They expect him to get it himself because they too worried about all the other stuff that's wrong in the world. But I rest my case. I can't judge everybody because my house is not perfect. I don't have the best financial profile right now because I'm coming out of being homeless myself. You know, I don't have a baby father that pays child support to me. Spiritually, maybe he does because he's in jail. What can he do? But physically, I don't. So I don't have the same capabilities as the next person. With, oh, my son got on Jordans. My son got on Nike Techs. The only person that does that for me is my mom. So when people look at me like, why are you letting your mom have so much access to your personal life? It's because of what she does for me financially. Like, even yesterday, I was about to run out of gas. And I texted the people who I was on the way to, and they took forever to get to text me back. I'm like, dang, like, y'all taking a long time to text me back. Like, what the hell going on? So I'm like really weirded out. Like, why y'all taking so long to text back? But eventually they do. But I text my mother too, and my mother and the lady started texting me at the same time. My mom just kind of was like, here's $5. She gave me $5 for gas to get to the place to go do hair. Dave said, hold on and give me a second. So then I'm looking at the dude who I'm supposed to be dating. I'm looking at him like, now, give or take, he did have somebody cash up him some money. He left some money in my tank. But he was trying to use the car to go somewhere for his own personal gain after that. And the day before that, he was like, oh, somebody sent you money, go get me 3 little mini shots from the bar and some juice, and let's go get some funnel. I'm like, dang, so you just sent somebody told somebody to send me $9 to get you alcohol and funnel, and it was just enough for you to spend every single dollar, even more money, even some of my own money in my own Apple account. That's crazy. But when I need to go make more money, where are you at? Oh, what you doing right now? How long you ready to be doing? You halfway done? All right, bet. And then I don't hear nothing else from him for the rest of the day. He finally called me when I settled into my house, and I'm looking at my little videos. What you doing? Why? Are you out? No, I'm home. What you embarrassing me in front of? I'm embarrassing you. I'm with my family. How am I embarrassing you? I'm with my family. Those masculines, I just guess, decided to support me in a certain kind of way. You know, maybe they saw that person didn't have enough money or funds, or maybe they was behind my back planning to backdoor me, because it felt like I was getting drained for everything that I had, honestly, while I was sitting there doing hair. I ain't gonna lie to you. It felt so painful. I felt like I was getting stabbed up, swung on, beat down, shaken, and everything else. It was just the most awkwardest fiasco ever being in that house. So I'm just like, who is helping me through this moment? Is this my son that's with me today? Is it him? Is it everybody? Who is it? Because I just feel real off right now. And I'm in family, house, but family got money. I got to respect their household because I'm there. Look, I can't even make this up. I hope, y'all saw how many times I shuffled this deck, right? Y'all saw how much I shuffled this deck. 9 of Swords, uphill battle. 5 of Swords, someone in jail, imprisonment, coming out the jungle, battle, soul survivor. Knight of Swords, dialectic, somebody trying to help you out. 7 of Swords, backstab, betrayal. And Ace of Swords, that's the motherfucking truth. Can I talk about how much backstabbing was just portrayed in these cards? Like, hold on, I'm about to define. Y'all saw how much I just shuffled the deck for all those swords to just come out like that? Hold up. We talking about backstabbing on backstabbing on backstabbing on blackballing, fucking up the whole everything. We talking about motherfucking treacherousness of all the treachery. So we're going to have to read through all these, because I can't even believe I've seen so much stabbing going on in the energy. Ulacanyana, dwarf demon, sworn enemy of mankind. Goddamn, sworn demon of mankind. He's a dwarf and a sworn enemy of mankind. A short ass demon. All right. Nightmare, terror, looming danger, desperation, remorse. This short motherfucker done started so much bullshit, he is going through it. And he said that yesterday. I'm going through it right now. I'm going through it right now. 5 of Swords, the lion, the leopard, and the hunter. Marcus Garvey at the top. Defeat, failure, loss of privileges, dishonor, infamy, exile. God damn. Knight of Swords, dialectic ability, attention, shrewdness, perceptive individual, sensitive to signs, willpower, and judgment. Somebody came through with that sword and was like, absolutely the fuck not. The baboon tricks the lion. Expedient subterfuge deception. Expedient subterfuge deception. Hidden plans, bold attempt, idle chatter, and bragging. If that wasn't last night, I don't know what was, child. And Ace of Swords, that's the motherfucking truth. Some said triumph, power, conquest, and exaltation of strength. Somebody made it out of that bullshit. Okay. For all that to just come out back to back. Bless you. Now my son over here sneezing and shit. He don't even be sick. That's how my mother up in here trying to see what's going on. Ma, back up. The only time people sneeze is when she come around. I ain't even gonna lie to you. King of Pentacles just popped out, but I'm gonna put him back and see if he come out naturally. Because that was a big chunk. Everlasting source of energy, eternal life. Okay, somebody saw that in you and wanted to steal that. Pretty much is what it's giving. Somebody saw that and was like, "Yeah, we about to bank off of this." Big Leo, the talk of the town. They said, "Ooh." I was singing that song right before I went in to go do hair. It came on the radio, and I was like, "Put it down, put it on, put it down, put it on," like all that. I was doing. I was so in love with the song. I don't know if her energy was on me when I went in the house, and then everybody was like, "Yeah, fuck it up, fuck it up," and I'm like, "Oh shit," you know. But I can't help that I'm a channeler, so I be scared. That's why I don't really be listening to music like I used to. Ten of Pentacles, ancestors want to give you some kind of abundance, or somebody tried to steal this amount of energy, or this natural flow of energy that you got actually comes from your ancestors having so much life to give and get, and everybody understands the transfer of energy, and they got a big abundance in a big bag for you. They want you to have it. Somebody maybe tried to steal that from you, but you still got it. You got your inheritance. You got the child who fooled death. Like I said, I was in here or over there feeling my son's energy, and I'm like, oh my God, I know my neighborhood, not sitting over there trying to jump my son while I'm not around. And an Emperor. This is Aries energy, someone who thinks that they're in charge or wants to take charge. Maybe they took charge of the situation. They say trap and death. Maybe they took charge yesterday. I know I ain't got somebody playing in my face right now. People don't realize they can have all the money in the world, but spiritual abundance and someone wanting to give you abundance and spiritually uplift you is completely different than me stealing or draining your energy. If someone wants to put me in an energetic safe space because that's what they gave me in their will, why are you trying to stop that? I really can't stand stuff like that. So I'm gonna talk down to anybody trying to put any kind of spiritual attack on somebody's face or anybody's position or anybody's bracket. If somebody's rising somebody into another position spiritually, you are y'all. Are we back? Like I said, people are doing their best to get to where they gotta go. Look, the alarm went off on my phone at 10:30. I have an alarm to go stretch. It went off. Excuse me. Yeah, it's so crazy. I just heard this voice in my head. Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords and the Emperor working together to get out of this poverty, maybe spiritual poverty, something they did cause them to be in spiritual poverty, but this is what it's their destiny to do this stuff. It was their destiny to go through this spiritual poverty for whatever reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe they helped with stealing your abundance and inheritance. I know that to be true. I remember this one time. I can't make this up, y'all. I was with my grandmother at the grocery store, and she was like, I want you and Marcel to watch over me and look out for me. She literally told me that out her own mouth. She said, I want you and your son to watch out for me. I'm basically giving y'all access to stuff because I want y'all to be responsible for me. Right? So when she said that, I started feeling like I will always use my I here, right? I was very big on using my forehead. Like I was like all this coochie crawling stuff that everybody trying to do, like being a coochie creature and all that, and all that sacral chakra pussy popping shit that everybody got going on. I ain't never liked that because I was never like that. I was always very headstrong, as you guys can see. Look, I always look since I was born. I had this on my forehead my whole entire childhood. Okay. My mother always had one right here. I think hers is right here. But I always had one right here, right down, smack dab in the motherfucking middle, okay? So I was never into using that part of my body like that. I was always very headstrong. So when she told me, she said, I want you to watch over me. I want you and your son to watch over me. She gave me access. And then out of nowhere, I felt this right here, like off the top, like. And I was talking to my mom. She said, oh, that's a pretty gift. That's a nice gift. And when she said it, it felt like it got snatched, or like something happened to my forehead. I'm like, dang, I was just like feeling like everything was good. And then my grandmother came out the grocery store and was like, see, like she kind of looked at me like, did you just try to steal something from me? And I looked at her like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I was confused. I'm like, oh, this is like the airplane. I said, oh, whole time I'm thinking I'm one of the favorite daughters. Whole time my baby sister was given this position to do this for my mother or whoever in the family. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Well, at least my father and my grandmother got something for me, since all this time, y'all, the reason it's been like this is because y'all pitting us against each other spiritually. So when I went down to NOLA, I remember there was a point in time she graduated from college, and everybody, she's a college graduate. You need to give her credit where it's due. And I very much did give her credit where it's due. Like, I always would brag on my siblings. Like, oh, my sister get her master's. My brother get his master's. My other brother, Ben, had his bachelor's like years ago. He got it during COVID. Like, he been graduating from college. My other sister, she got her own business. She got a baby. She could meal prep for you. If you want to get somebody to meal prep, she cook real good. I've always bragged on my siblings. I've never been a hating ass older sister. Ever. They have the same father. I have a different father. Even though their father treated me different, he said what he said about me and the kid in the beginning. Like, her dad didn't want her. I had to take care of her. She's a responsibility. It's a burden. And I heard him say this in front of me while he thought I was asleep on the couch when I was a kid. I still didn't treat them different. Right? I still didn't take that as an opportunity to be like, oh, well, now I'm going to sit here and hate you and treat you bad because you're my younger sibling. Like, my sisters used to tell me, you're the pretty sister. And I'd be looking at them like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you look pretty. Like, you got the big butt and you got the light skin with the thick hair. Like, how am I the pretty sister? What was going on? I'm confused. Like, what y'all talking about? Like, I never understood what the fuck they were talking about. I was so confused. Again, also not aware of my soul. And y'all see how the sun is going down and stuff, right? So you seeing the differences in the levels of energy and stuff going on. Look, God, don't let them block my sunshine. Please, Lord. Okay? Don't let them block me from my spotlight. I like to stay in my position close to the sun. I earned it. I did the right thing. I always do the right thing. I thank you, God, bringing that sun back out. Thank you, Lord. Okay? All praise is due to the Most High. So, I've never been a hating that sister. Even in this moment, I could have been like, that bitch. Like, I don't, when I talk about other people on this platform, as you can see on YouTube, if you have the eyes to see, I reflect on what's positive about people. I shed the light on, even though you said this, maybe it's something that taught you something so you could grow in your journey. Even though you learned that, it's going to help you get to this. And I don't do things like, yeah, y'all, and we need to gang up on that person. And if you see them in the street spiritually, fuck them up. Like, the fuck? Like, even when my family would rag on my ex, even though he was abusive, like putting his actual hands on me continually, I still would, okay, I mean, maybe he just, I don't know, but he's still good in this aspect. I guess that's why he just feels entitled to be able to put his hands on people. But I don't like him putting his hands on me, so that's why I want to get out of there. I don't want nobody choking me. Like, it's sexy to get choked out sometimes when it's like you getting pinned up against the wall, like, in that sense, but it's like you're not doing it like that. You trying to, but because I'm like, I've been abused as a kid by my brother and sister's father, I don't take, that shit does not turn me on. And we need to get to that level mentally where I know that you playing and you trying to turn me on and don't touch my face. If you smacking me, it needs to be a slap on the ass or something. Don't slap me in my fucking face. Don't call me a bitch and be choking me out of my fucking house and putting scars all over my neck that are still here to this day. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay. Don't do that. Like, we cool. I brag on you and say good things about you, but don't do all of this because this is crazy. So again, I try my best to speak highly of people, no matter what. So at that point in time when my grandmother was like, I want you and your son to watch over me and take care of me and make sure I'm good, and she gave me access to that, and I start seeing my third eye pop out right here. I'm like, oh, shucks. This is cool. I ain't never did this before. Like, oh, I'm in a grocery store. Like, okay, we locked in. Okay, grocery store. Oh, wow. Like, I'm at the Walmart and the people looking like, oh shit. But we got out of Walmart. We got in, we got out. She felt safe and she gave me, that's a nice gift. I'm like, oh shit. Well, what the fuck was that for? Like, so I never understood spiritual gifts and everything until I started to see, like, my father's family was always the ones giving me gifts to help me get ahead and feel safe and feel protected, because that's what my great grandmother, I think, was leaving to me. But my grandmother was like slowly but surely giving me these pieces of my inheritance as I was going on. But it's like every time I would get it, me being, the person I am to my mom, I call her and I feel like she just would snatch it up. And I'm like, damn. So again, if somebody's being elevated to a higher level or ability to be seen in the public eye or have like clout, because my grandma would always say, when you get famous, don't forget us now. I was like, okay, I won't. Like, why would I don't ever in life think that I want to hate y'all. It's just, I realized what y'all put me through made me strong. Because the shit that my family say, if it cut deep and I could get through it, I'll be able to get through what y'all say on the internet. Cause like, bitch, my mother called me, me and my mother fought. Like, dog, like, bro, you can't bother me. Like, I've already gone through it with the people that love me to the ear. So for you strangers having that and saying a little, oh, you look like a Negro or whatever y'all want to say in these comments down here. Oh, it gives this, that. I don't care, because I've already been through it with my family. I understand it's just like basic training in the military. If you can't get through your family's ass whooping, how you gonna get through the ass whooping of celebrity life? Like, imagine I'm the next, I don't know, I don't want to say Cardi B and take up her, her space, but like, I'm Euphoria. I'm the next Euphoria. It's my time to be at the top and get my shine, and y'all can see me freestyling and put my music out here. Woo, my head is up here. I'm a bobblehead now. Everybody can see my head. Everybody sees me, and I'm in the limelight. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna say, she dumb for being with that nigga. She dumb for talking to that nigga. She dumb for trying to sleep with that nigga. Oh, she even passed around. Oh, she done sucked the dick. Oh, she don't take care of her kids right. How's she sitting here talking about everybody, but she on food stamps? Oh, she in government assistance part living. Bitch, I don't care what you say. Look, my journey to success is my journey. Oh, well, she only on over there because she dick riding with him. Like, no, that's not why I talked to that guy. Like, that's not how that happened. That was by accident when I was down bad. Like, I didn't, what? Come on now. So, for me, again, all the way back to the beginning, when it comes to supporting the person that you used to have kids or that you had kids with, I'm always big on, no matter how big I get, I would still have to give some kind of notice to the person that helped me get my kid, because my kid is the only reason I do it. And you're one of the most beautiful women I know, and definitely the smartest, never mind the other shit. Yeah, it's like, bro, I don't have time for like, no matter what, I understand the lesson. I understand why stuff happens. Like, even if my son's father is a dickhead and a bitch or whatever else and don't want to support me, at the end of the day, he gonna realize why he should, and he gonna change his mind. Even if for my ex, even if, look, you know, from the male to female perspective, even if a woman doesn't realize how good you are as a person, they'll eventually understand it and still support you. Like, I still support a person no matter what. But it's just like, don't ever think for a second that I'm like trying to fight you like in competition. It's like, just don't try to make me, if I'm sitting here getting up naturally, like this is happening naturally, I'm being elevated naturally, like I'm saying my name and the sun is shining. I'm not saying, you know, oh, shout out to so and so and so, and then trying to get in their bubble. Shout out to so and so and get in their bubble. Like, I'm like, okay, Euphoria, my bubble, my me. The bubble that I actually exist in, my social circle, people who see me, the energies that are vibrating around me. This is me. I still feel like, you know, it's a little something around my neck. I don't know what that means. If that means I got a chain, if I'm in somebody's group or what, I don't know what that means. But, big on the but, I work my ass off to be seen by people who see me. Whether I freestyled myself, whether I looked at my own music on Apple Music and they happen to be in the ethers watching, whether my music on Apple Music went past their timeline and they seen it by accident, whether I show love and respect and be like, damn, bruh, every time your song come on, every time your song come on, it's fucking addictive and it's stuck in my brain and I'm singing it like, and I'm not trying to ride your wave. I don't do that. It's just I give credit where it's due, and a lot of women in the industry, whether it's music, art, any industry, can't do that for each other. I don't like that. Like, I'm living in this apartment and I'm trying to make my way to still be seen while living here, and there's women trying to stand on top of my head even here, like, and make me feel small. It's like, bro, I work my ass off to be who I am. I don't want you disrespecting me, and it's not to disrespect what you do in your life, but if this is my line of work and it's my line of business, don't come in between me and doing what I do and putting your heaviness or your umbrella to block me from potentially being seen by even more people so that I could grow. Because if you really hate me as a neighbor, let me grow so I could go ahead and get the fuck on. I'll go get a house somewhere else and be away from you. You could live wherever you want to live. If you're comfortable here, that's cool. But don't sit here and block another person. Because again, when back to the relationship, when it comes to my kid, most of the people around here, they got a significant other to help them and support them physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I ain't got none of that. I barely get the spiritual and emotional. Okay? So it's like, for me, I'm big on the, can't you see what I'm going through? Why you want to make my life harder? For me, it's always going to give, if you can see what somebody going through, why are you trying to make that harder for them? What kind of human makes things harder for people? You see somebody that actually got a little bit of talent. Look, you see that shit? You see somebody making shit. Okay, all right, I see you. Come on up, okay. But then to try to make it harder, like, don't do that. But now tell me to go, okay, hey, look, get your posture together. Come on. You're not paying attention. Hey, come on. Pick it up. Pick it up. Come on. Let's go. Helping someone in that manner. But if you're sitting here like only giving someone the ability to be seen on your platform, but then you're also spiritually like, I mean, I guess it costs to, you know, be the boss and to be seen. But it's just like, I just don't understand making people's life harder. Like, when I was homeless and that person was trying to make my life harder, it was just like, what you doing? Why are you doing that? But again, like I said, it's still also spiritual boot camp. This military prep for the next journey. And I kept saying it to him. I was like, your mother don't put you, it's not because she really don't put you, it's because she's making you stronger for the next journey. And it's so crazy because all the women I'm talking about right now are all fire signs. Every single woman. His mother, me, the other woman, like, we're all fire signs. Leos, Aries, and Sagittarius. It's all fire sign women. That's why it's getting so hot. Now, some of the other women are Queens of Swords, and you saw they already came out in the spread. So there's that. But that car far as shit, man. Come on. I'll be flying all the way over here now. I feel somebody grabbing on my 3 and my 4. They grabbing on my hips hard as a bit. Lord, they grab, let loose. We got the World card that just came out. So something will come out in a favorable situation for you. Something will happen. It'll be a favorable outcome for you. First card I seen that came up is a King of Swords, fire sign masculine, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo man. It's selfish with their money, selfish with their spirit and they light. Oh, look at that. That's Martin Luther King Jr. right there. Shout out to him. Today's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Share the light. The electricity back there too. Sun card. They don't want to let the sun shine on everybody. But when you get away from things that disgust you and make you feel some kind of way, so be it. Prankster spirit, someone playing a dirty trick on you. What you mean black everywhere? I mean, he is a moderator. Gotta have him moderate the conversation because sometimes people be coming in here off that bullshit, okay? I appreciate him. And we got the 10 of Cups. You're gonna have enough divine feminine energy to supply a whole community, a whole group of people. After you get away from whatever's disgusting you, this trickster spirit, this person that keep playing these pranks on you, this person that keep on playing in your face. Yeah, that person that keep playing in your face. It's gonna help you get a spiritual. It's gonna help you get a spiritual elevation, spiritual graduation, celebration. Marcel, you good? Marcel. Marcel? I just start seeing you here, sir. Ooh. Okay, devil card just popped up. All right, so some kind of seductive energy is being displayed, but it's also showing that you have strength, even though it's being maybe siphoned from you, pulled from you. This Queen of Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, because they wanted you heartbroken. They wanted you, they wanted you to feel some kind of way. Feeling drained, feeling violated, feeling like you was nothing. But you mastering yourself, and it's actually turning you into a celebrity. It's actually putting you on. Look, taking it down. I'm putting you on. I'm taking you down. I'm putting you on. Okay, that look, it's so crazy because that has been that I don't know why he said that a few days ago, and it really has been a theme of this whole scenario right now. Because I was listening to her song. I can't even fucking shuffle the cards no more. I was listening to her song on the way into doing hair. It came on the radio last minute, and then I went in there, and everybody was looking at me like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "What?" Then they just started doing the most. I'm looking at them like, "What? Oh shit!" So I don't know if they came against that person and her lawyers and her people gonna come. The fuck? That's what I'm trying to find out. Trying to make sure my son is good. Look, as soon as I said that, bottom of the deck, watch out for your kids. I'll be right back. Start selling some stuff that you want from the grocery store. Okay, we feel a lot better. The throat chakra is no longer blocked. Because I be feeling stuff. I'd be like, what the fuck is that? Like, it felt like something was like going like this, stabbing down in my throat. Now, I don't know if that's like energy transfer and like super lit throat chakra that can help you like, but I felt it in a lot of different people around me. So I'm like, what the hell is that? All right, somebody's having imposter syndrome. A Queen of Cups is having imposter syndrome. Oh, shucks. Now, water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces woman is having a whole identity crisis. But what the message is, if you put in a lot of work, final card, with a lot of work. Why can't I shuffle the cards, bro? That's something, y'all move. It's her energy, probably. With a lot of work, she can reach Empress level. And as soon as she do, she will get an offer of love. Okay? So let's go ahead and break that down. Putting you down. Putting you on. Putting you down. Putting you on. Big Leo, the talk of the town. Bounce under the dick on my toes. You know what's so funny? I realized a lot of people have the same flow. Yeah, there's a lot of putting me down and putting me on, I think, going on. That damn song done got infected in my brain. Then I went to go do hair. And I don't know, I hope her spirit didn't follow me up in them people's house. And they started seeing, ooh, what's this? Because, child, I don't even operate like that. I don't even know how to snake niggas out. You know, I'm still trying to figure out how to... I just be doing white magic like, hey, stop staring at me. I be putting my hand in front of people's eyeballs like, hey, stop looking at me. Move. Look at something else. Stop looking over here. Look over there somewhere else. Go on now. Get. I don't want to attack nobody. I just be like, hey, stop looking at me. Look at something else. I don't even be like, let me stab you in your spine and take control of your brain and stab you in your third eye. Like, I could, but I don't do that shit. I don't like the dark feminine too much. It's too messy for me, personally. Somebody going through imposter syndrome, this Queen of Wands, and this King of Wands have somehow tricked death or got out of a deadly situation. Okay. What's up, twin? Okay. Message. This Queen of Cups is having a spiritual graduation, and it's causing her to have enough spiritual juice for the whole community, that everlasting flow. Okay. With a lot of hard work that's been put in, mastery of a skill or celebrity status is being reached. But watch out for this prankster spirit, because they're very selfish and they're actually in poverty right now, and they want to steal your family inheritance. So don't be answering the phone for that punk ass ex that you know always come around to take your shit. Okay. Not yet. Coming soon. I'm hungry. Somebody wanted you heartbroken, this Queen of Swords, and that's the absolute truth. They did this shit for clout, but you so smart that you came up out of this bullshit. And now they got a lot of people to come wanting to whoop their ass. They got a lot of people wanting to come whoop that ass. Okay, so this Empress has strength and seduction. She's leaving behind lust, maybe, and stepping into the sunlight. That's the outcome that's favorable for the world, and this is her fortune. And she will get her Emperor very soon, so. I don't know any red bones. The only red bones I know is my mother and my ex's baby mother. I'm a Taurus. He and my ex is a Taurus too. It's a love-hate relationship between me and the King of Pentacles, I swear. Whew, child, love and hate. There's a thin line between love and hate. I'm dead ass. I said what I said. Oh, baby. Ooh, baby. Somebody's in breach position. Okay. No. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, y'all heard the knocking on the wall, right? Y'all keep hearing that shit. It's crazy because my rental office told me to send them a video of these people doing this stuff, like being loud and ridiculous in the morning. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. It's like either I got to deal with her knocking or the neighbors loud mouthing. So I don't know. Full moon completion. So when this next full moon come around, it's gonna be something beautiful for you. For you, your abundance, something that you earned. I heard it too. Why they doing that? I don't know, bruh. It's like they want to get in the bubble, but it's like, bro, I don't trust it yet. I don't trust it. I don't trust it because it's like, I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. If you can't speak to me when you see me outside by my car, why would I want you in my... Dude, it's funny because the wall's not thin because look, either I hear her or I hear them to the side. It's one or the other. It's never both. It's always one or the other. So I figured maybe I'm in her space right now. Cause it felt like her energy, like her coochie or something, like energy of like whatever's coming from her, like a pyramid of her came down. It's like my apartment's in the middle of it and it goes down to the apartment down below. It's like, imagine she's like laying on her back, but then her vajayjay is like these windows posted to the neighborhood next door. But I'm like, why don't you just close up your coochie? And just shrink it. Like, do you want to be the everlasting gobstopper? Like, close your shit up. I did do a courtesy knock. I went and knocked on the door one time and said, what's the problem? What's going on? Like, it's really loud. And she didn't come down. But then the second time her husband was there, he answered. He was like, she's doing that? I'm like, yeah, I could hear y'all. Like, what's going on up here? Like, what the hell? But then the company, the apartment complex said they called them and asked them what was going on. She said that I was harassing her. I'm like, how? I'm sitting on live, minding my business, talking to y'all. That's why we keep telling people, like, don't be in my energy if you don't want to be in my energy, because this is what I do. Release. Yeah, just release that. Like, if you don't want to be in my energy, that's cool. And you see now they doing it on purpose? Okay. Jarrell said, yep. Yeah, definitely on purpose. That's crazy. Exactly. I'm like, can y'all please move me to a different unit? I don't give a fuck what lease I signed. You need to move me around and put me in the top floor because I don't have time for this shit. Like, bro, what the fuck? The bitch is fucking delusional. And you think that I deserve to live through that? You asking me to be here in your apartment complex and you want me to pay rent on time to be dealing with this shit every day. Like, fuck no. Not dealing with this shit. Anyway, vision quest, communion. So they want you to commune with yourself and connect with yourself. Eagle energy. Eagles fly the highest in the sky. So it's just like a request for you to like grow, build, connect to thyself, become a bigger entity. Be in touch with what you have going on, your destiny, your journey. Everybody don't want to do that though. Wake up call. Something is fogged. Ancient healing wisdom. So for this ancient healing wisdom, what do they have to say? The trash truck is coming, y'all. I had a dream I was taking a lot of trash. Okay. Wake up call is you're having a rebirth, so enjoy. I used to wonder, how did y'all get the cars to fall like that? When I deal it don't happen. Yeah, it was supposed to see. It was supposed to come out, honestly. So Yep, just take out the trash. Give me cunniling. Yeah, they jump out the deck to reveal things. Cleaning house is always good. Other words, taking out trash. Yeah, I'm just trying to remove things out of my energy that don't suit me best. Like, bro, I don't have time. Like, if it's coming and it's meant to try to do something, I'm going to look from an air perspective and just be like, let me look down on that. And stop that thing and just move it out the way. Like, bro, I don't got time for that. Childhood innocence. So protect your childhood innocence. That's why I keep on trying to protect my child more than anything. Like, keep my child in my bubble as much as possible, because I don't be knowing what the hell we having going on. All right, moving forward. Aww. Tink tink. No, I think the trash people came in and they hit my son because my son was the tallest one on the board. They always go for the tallest person. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me see. All right. Love and compassion is coming your way. Love and compassion is coming your way. Last card, so you can emerge into this new version of yourself. I see third party stitch and relationship at the bottom of the deck that just popped out with the Ice King. What'd you see? Oh, he's using the wrong card, baby. That's not the right card to use. Using the wrong card, baby. It's red, not green. Wrong card. All right, so here we go. We have jealousy and envy. Someone's doing voodoo. A karmic feminine. Can you move out? You see what I'm saying? Like, we're doing too much. So something about a commitment and a relationship. All right, so someone finally sees your earth angel and they trying to manipulate that shit. You could be, and they want to change your perspective and your mythology. They want to change you, so they see what they see. They just trying to change things up. It's sad, honestly, how people could see somebody got something good going for themselves and want to break that down. Like, a mature woman, crazy. They see that you're a starseed and they want to stop that. Oh, I had my heels on. I was practicing walking in heels today. Some people can't just accept that you're moving on in bliss. Like, genuinely trying to stop somebody who's minding their business and like banging, booming, and slamming and all that crazy stuff. This type of stuff would not get you closer to God. It's divination. Jesus loves you. Repent. Baby, Jesus rose from the dead and put his hands on people and did witchcraft and brought them back to life. Please try that shit with somebody else who's ignorant and get the fuck off my live. Because who the fuck are you talking to? He rose from the dead and went through the towns and healed the people from leprosy and rose them from the dead. That's witchcraft. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. He was a wizard. He was a god. He was a prophet. He was a shaman. He was so many things. He was Jesus. But they talking about Jesus. Somebody said stop doing this divination work because that's mold. He poured the green juice all over my book. So then how, if he did a miracle and brought somebody back from the dead, how if I do it, I'm not also chosen? If you understand the power of the coochie and what it does for people, how babies will die, but then as soon as somebody gives them more life and breathes air into their lungs and wraps them in the essence of their womb, they somehow brought back to life. Jesus didn't even exist before Yahshua or Yahweh. So, all right, y'all go ahead and get him out of here. Moderate that, please. I don't want to see that shit. Surprise. Surprise. No hate. Yeah, there's no hate over here. There's no hate over here. Everybody around you is God. If your mind is that small, then we can't deal with you. If you don't understand that everybody around you is a piece of God, then even the evil people are pieces of God. You got to go. You got to go. Okay, it's time for you to have an awakening. An awakening. Because the veil is very thin. We are literally like dead and alive at the same time. Like, if you sitting here still worried about Jesus Christ coming back to save you from burning flames when we already on fire and in tune with the frequency of the sun, you're so behind. Someone in the energy is to be trusted. You're having thoughts about this. You're a healer. Someone else is a healer. Like, I think, like, this is what a practice I do. I say, think about the frequency of the sun. I say, I want to feel that in my pineal gland. Hold up, y'all. I just found something up in here that don't bling. Hold on. Something's in here that don't bling. Not my little, not the little brother is in here trying to siphon all the energy. Y'all, somebody blessed me with a bunch of energy yesterday, right? And I kept falling asleep this morning. I couldn't understand why. Y'all, I don't feel this J hook hooking into my root chakra. That King of Wands is selfish. People abusing you because they see your divinity. But anyway, let's keep it going. This is causing a conflict because you're looking right at people like, you know, I see you, right? Can you explain how frequency impacts the pineal gland? Well, the pineal gland pretty much is like the nucleus of the body, like the sun of the body. So when you change the frequencies that the pineal gland is exposed to, just like water, it changes the frequency of the body. So the higher the frequency of the pineal gland, the higher the frequency of the brain, the mind, the person. I'm just looking for a bit of insight to understand. No problem. My pleasure. Someone's taking this to the courthouse. Someone wants to go to the courthouse. All right, glad I just did that. Okay, so mature women's come out again. Someone has released false documents and info trying to get people to abandon you. Someone has told false lies about you, said that you're in poverty, or trying to highlight your poverty versus highlight the things that you have done to actually excel. A boss, maybe. A female boss. Or the child actually is the boss. People don't want to accept that the child is the boss of the business. The child is the boss of the business. So anytime you come against the child, you will hinder the business. They don't want to accept that the child is the head of the business. Someone's trying to give you a fake ass love offer, but it's because they want to avoid legal troubles. They want to be your fake ass friend, but they in poverty for real. They're a thief. A high priestess who's really wrapped up in lust. A mature high priestess who's going to be going to jail. Tell us more. They say hello from the other side. A love spell was done on the Ice Queen. So somebody tried to do a seductive ass love spell and rape a girl down for everything that she got. It's like, damn, we already raped you and robbed you of all your old money. Now we're going to rape you and rob you of your new money too. We're going to take everything from you because every single time you get blessed with good energy, good opportunities, we want to rob you. But the thing is, they're being seen in the spotlight by other people about how fucking just disgusting their actions are. So people are fucking them up finally because it's like, dang, well, she got this talent and she doing this and she doing that. Why isn't she rich already? Well, dang, if she already published as an artist, why isn't she already getting on? Why isn't nobody giving this girl a deal? Why isn't nobody taking this girl serious? What's going on? Who's the one that's blocking this person from having their moment of success? Who's hindering this woman? Who's trying to continue to hinder this woman? Why? What is your problem? What is your beef? Does it really pain you to see someone doing well and getting connected to higher up people? Does it really hurt your heart to see a woman get the opportunity to be seen by celebrities and get potential celebrity status and get away from you? Does it really make you angry that somebody's doing something where they can do something that they genuinely love to do every single day and get paid to do it? Does it really anger you that somebody wants to cut you off and then go far away from you because you've been nothing but a fucking pain in the ass while they were trying to make it? Does that really offend you? That they see your bullshit and they want to get away from it? Does it really offend you that people can see you for who you truly are? Does it hurt your feelings that people know that you're being a bully? Is it crazy to believe that we know you robbed that woman and now we gonna whoop your ass for it? Like, people really be living in the Lulu La La land. Like, yeah, I could just go ahead and do this to this person and get away with it. Like, why did you do that to that lady? Why do you keep putting your hands on that girl? What's your problem? The girl wants a different mentor. It's not you. So what's the problem? Why can't you allow, like, if my son told me that he didn't want me to be his mentor and he wanted to hang out with his stepmom or something like that more, why would I try to block or stop that? If my son's learning how to get better at life and he needs to go out into the field and figure it out, why would I stop him from figuring it out? Like, go out there and see what you know. If you don't know anything, come back and let me know. I'll fix you when you get back. That's what parenthood is all about. So, to just make things frank and clear, I think this is a season of really realizing that it's not our job to try to stop people from doing things that's going to land them in their own karma, but it's also our job to still support the people who we have connections to that are eternal. So yeah, my son's dad ain't my man, but yeah, I'm still going to think about and support him and try to, consider him at certain times of life, because hey, I mean, at the end of the day, we have a kid together, and if his mind not right, then my son's mind not going to be right. Like, if his son is this dark, then I mean, I got to make sure he's somewhat okay. I mean, my son can't live with you no more. Hell no, you live in jail. I can't let him live in your mind. Like, all that. Why, if I live out here, why would I let him live in the mind of a person who's in prison? I have an answer for the difference between fear and anxiety question. Somebody asked a question? So if my son doesn't want to live in that mind with you no more, you can't get mad at that because you're in jail, But I'm still going to support and think about you, meaning keep you in my thoughts, meaning keep you somewhat connected at the right times, check in as necessary, but you can't drag him all the way down to where it's going to be a daggone snow blizzard every damn day. You ain't Hades and this ain't Persephone, all right? I ain't going down to the underworld for wintertime. Hell no. But that's just bare minimum support. Like, that's at the end of the day, you got to think about how both people's brains need to be balanced to a degree. So, am I paying child support? I suppose so. Should I have to? No, because he left me for somebody else. But she got her own 2 other daughters that she got going on in her life, and they got their situation. It's a lot of going on. Fear is living in the woods and thinking a bear is going to eat you. Anxiety is living in the woods and worried that the bear is going to think of you. Well, I live in the woods. I don't care who think about me or want to eat me. At the end of the day, hey, I'm here. Hello, howdy do. Whoop-de-doo. As the people say, we outside. Okay, I took my roots out, y'all. This water retwist actually was way better than the gel retwist. I think I'm gonna start retwisting my hair with just water more often. All right, like, I'm here. Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you guys. Oh shit, somebody has a helicopter. They're gonna hit me upside the head. Oh shit. Oh shit. But like, don't take it personal. Like, but to straight up say you about to be able to live with me spiritually is crazy work after you done left me for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's to both my exes. You literally walked out my life to go be up in somebody else's face. And now you talking about people come live back. At night, you trying to shove yourself up inside it. What the hell are you doing over here? Thought you said you was going out on a date with biggest and largest. You get out of here. I got paid, didn't I? It's keeping the lights on, isn't it? Yeah. Dang, this retwist actually is sweet. Like, and then like my crinkles and my natural curly hair match the crinkles in my roots. Like, I like this a lot better. I know I gotta pick. No, I think that and this goes to supporting your significant other and stuff like that. I think the work that the ex does more so is kind of like, entertainment. You know, so it's not physical, it's spiritual, but it does pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, you rich people want to see what you got going on, and you know how to make that shit swirly durly do and whoop de doo and feel like, oh my god, this is what I'm into. And they be like, all right, bet you could be attached to me and my energy. So they get rich off of being able to know how to be a sex god. Does that make sense? So I can't get mad at if that's what you do for work. That's what you do. Now, again, to support somebody like that, when I tried to do it, child, it's draining because I'm like, damn, I feel like I look, while it's going on, you feel like, but then you wake up the next morning like, damn, all my acne scars are gone. This hormonal acne that I was having on my cheek is like clearing up. But then it gets troubling because it's like, if y'all didn't plan that, then I don't want to be held accountable for you potentially going up in somebody's castle and breaking their back without their permission. Now, don't tell me you did that. So it's a treacherous, tricky, slippery slope with whatever goes on in the ethers of sex, gods and goddesses. But everybody's like, if you want to be a true goddess, it's all about being open with your throne and knowing your power, and that your power lies within your vessel, and this is your magic, this is your portal. When you grant people access to it, you grant people access to your heaven, your humble abode. So, and hopefully you only letting rich niggas in your humble abode, but then you letting people play with my pussy, and it's like, hold on, I'm confused because that's not my dick. You let people ride the dick, so okay. It's confusing being spiritual and aware and the different kind of work that comes with energy harvesting and exchange and all of that. So it's really tricky and sticky, and you know how sticky you get. So I'd be like, let me just stay up out of it, because I don't mess around like that. Like, when I go do hair and people be expecting that kind of energy, they want to see tricks and all this stuff. They like, I heard it was good. You want me to come over here and do what? I can't even do hair. What are you talking about? They like, nah, come on, show us what you got. Yeah, you toss the salad. Yeah, show us how it's done. Wait, this is work? This is what people do for work? And I just heard somebody in my head say, yeah. I'm like, oh. Well, so this is work. See me if it work. See you do me dirt. Wait, I'm confused. Beg you something, please. baby, don't you? There, yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I'm like, I guess spiritually immature because I'm like, you want me to do what? Ew, y'all are my family. What do you mean? How you want me to cook? What does that mean? Oh, she don't even know how to cook. Stay out the kitchen. Get out the kitchen. I'm like, kitchen? This is my head. What are you talking about? Whole time the kitchen is like her solar plexus. It's like, yeah, you're not on my level. I'm like up here looking down at the top of your head. Like, meanwhile, I'm like, I mean, you know, I could look at the top of your head too, but I'm not being rude. Like, did somebody literally just try to jump on top of my head? Like, but it's always good to have somebody above your head. She said, it's always good to have somebody behind you so that somebody could check out your parts and make sure they're straight. So I guess that's when they was like, yeah, we're going to be watching your back from now on. But I'm like, I don't know if I really want you watching my back because I don't know what that comes with. Like, I don't know how this deal works where you watching my back. Because, like, what does that also include? Like, is there any benefits? Like, do I get extra money for letting y'all watch me? Or, like, what? And what does that do for my son? Like, is he going to start getting sick because all y'all in my energy trying to stay warm? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's the deals of this contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure it's actually mutually beneficial. But anywho, that goes back to why it's always important to support your significant other, especially if you have kids with them, so they don't have to look for outside people and outside sources to support them that they don't trust. You'll be able to give them a trusted community of people that you trust with your energy and your body that can watch out for them. Understood? So that they don't end up in poverty or confusion and illusion. And they're in your spiritual house, and you actually letting them know that they're secure in your spiritual house. Don't bring them in there, but then be treating them like a fucking joke. Have your friends say, how did bitch be sucking dick? Hold on, how y'all know all my business? Oh, y'all was watching. So y'all be watching me the whole entire time? Why you got these people playing in my face, bruh? They not talking about you. Yes, all you had to do was go to the store and make sure everybody was good. Look, my bitch is all bad, my niggas all real. Ride on niggas, the bitch all hill. I was one flex. I don't know. I just remember she said "look" in the beginning of the song, and it just made me think about that. But nah, seriously though, now that I understand, they say that the Ice King is a thief though, so beware. So watch out for him. Because you got actual money that came through and is coming through continually, so don't fuck up your opportunities. Because the lady was like, I want your back and I want my hair done. I'm like, okay, bet. And that's where achievement comes in, when you finally understand. It's bigger than what you understand. Twin flame journey is bigger than what you can comprehend, so just let it be. As my ex always says, let it be. Just let it go. Just let it be. Why can't you be you and I be me? What's up, Memphis? Hey, I've been hearing my music was playing in Memphis. So the place that I stream my music from, they actually say that my music streamed in Memphis a lot lately. So shout out to y'all in Memphis for streaming my music on Apple Music and all platforms. If y'all haven't already, y'all go ahead and tap in and go stream some more of that, please. In Memphis and all over France, all the other places that have been tapping in, London, UK, India, we all over the planet. Whoosh, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo, all over the globe. How about you? Whoop-de-doo, ush, ush, ush. Okay, I love that from you guys. And we say we're actually manifesting actual money that came out. These two fell out because I showed it to you, but it fell out. So yeah. So shout out to y'all everywhere for tapping in. I appreciate y'all sharing this platform with all the people who are here as well. I appreciate y'all allowing me up on y'all's platforms, allowing me to be seen. Okay. And I also want to be, or give credit to myself. I put in the work. I'm here every day. Come on, man. Give me my credit. All right. We all over the globe, baby. All over the world, baby. All over the world, baby. All over the world, baby. All over the world. International. Okay. Ritual, ooh, and travel. So this is how we travel. To be seen all over the world is spiritual. You know, you got to be able to rise to the occasion and be everywhere and be okay with that. That's your occupation, okay? And people love you for it. And your family is trying to get more religious about things, but you single, sexy, and successful, and it's your pathway. And they gonna call you a Jezebel, but guess what? They obsessed with your energy too, so they might as well go ahead and eat a fat one. And if they got some problems, they gonna get them straightened out. Okay, ain't nothing but some straightening. All right, now I appreciate y'all for being here and tapping in and tuning in with me. Y'all are amazing people. Thank you for telling me about my voice. I'm trying to start singing a lot more. The next album is going to be called Road to Euphoria Evolution, because I got to volume 3 so far. So you can listen to volumes 1, 2, and 3 on Apple Music and all streaming platforms. Tidal, everywhere. Yes, I'm everywhere. So listen to me there and check in, tap in. And when you go up there and you listen to all my stuff, come back with some feedback tomorrow. Let me know what you think. Okay? So I'm out of here. Remember, always support the people who support you. Simple as that. If you supporting me, sure, I'm gonna pour into you. But if you sitting here trying to distort my image and fuck me up, I'm gonna block you out. Cause like, why you acting like that? Don't do that. Don't be mean to me. I don't want to be mean to you. All right, y'all have a good, beautiful, blessed day. And remember, here on this platform, you are heard, seen, and loved. Remember to always have peace, love, and hair grease and everything in between, because these are your tools in your body help you manifest your dreams. Don't let nobody take advantage of you or your tools. All right, peace.